Do you want to build a voice assistant something like this?
Tuntun Mausi is my name.
Tuntun Mausi.
Hi. Tuntun Mausi is ready to help you.
Open Google.
Google called here.
Tuntun Mausi.
Hi. Tuntun Mausi is ready to help you.
Open YouTube.
YouTube called here.
Tuntun Mausi.
Hi. Tuntun Mausi is ready to help you.
Search for news.
News search called here.
Tuntun Mausi.
Hi. Tuntun Mausi is ready to help you.
What is the date?
Today is 12 May 2026.
Tuntun Mausi.
Hi. Tuntun Mausi is ready to help you.
Exit.
Alvida. Opkadin Shapa.
Welcome to NotSuhas. My name is Suhas, and in this video, we'll be learning how to build this Tuntun Mausi voice assistant. So let's learn. First of all, let me explain to you why I named my voice assistant Tuntun Mausi. Well, if you look at the projects online, most of the people name their voice assistant like JARVIS, and JARVIS is a reference to a movie called Iron Man. It's a movie where Iron Man, the actual hero, has a very cool, badass voice assistant called JARVIS. So a lot of people online name their voice assistant JARVIS. But I wanted to be different. I wanted to name my voice assistant something which no one has ever named. So I named it Tuntun Mausi. Now, if you are not from India, there is a very famous cartoon called Chota Bheem. And in the cartoon Chota Bheem is a small kid who eats laddu to get his strength and defeat the enemies. And those laddus are made by Tuntun Mausi. So I wanted to give it a unique name, and the first name which stuck to my brain was Tuntun Mausi. So here we are. We use modules like PyAudio, SpeechRecognition, pytjokes3 to build a voice assistant. It's pretty simple. First of all, you speak, and the microphone picks up your audio and records it. Then we use our recognize Google method, which converts the audio into a text form, and that texts are stored in a form of list or tuple, which is then processed by Python. By the help of few functions, we can just process the commands which you have given to the assistant, and those commands can be executed. And the executed commands, if it involves the voice assistant to reply with her voice, then we use pytjokes3 to give a reply. So now that you have a basic idea on the assistant, let's look at the code. Welcome to the simple code for our voice assistant Tuntun Mausi using Python. So let's dive into the code. We have a few lines for handling ALSA error. These errors basically are found when you use Ubuntu or Linux. If you're a Windows user, you don't have to worry. What these error messages are basically whenever we use modules like speech recognition, PyAudio, and stuff which interferes with audio, and that modules are there in your code, then we just get an repeating error in the terminal, which is not really pretty. Like the error message keeps on coming. So to hide it, we use this error message is not really like an actual error. It's just like a warning message that you're using these modules and it is interfering with your audio in the system. So you can just skip it if you're a Windows user, but if you're a Linux or Ubuntu user and if you want to suppress this, these are the lines which we are using. So our voice assistant code starts from here. We start off with importing packages like speech recognition, web browser, pytjokes3, pyjokes. Now what are these modules used for? Speech recognition is used for recognizing the user's voice. Web browser is used for commands which are related to web browser, like open Google, open GitHub, LinkedIn, whatever is related, like searching on the web browser. We start off our program with initializing the text to speak engine, that is our pytts x3 module. We'll initialize it and we'll give it a function called speak. In the speak function, we have set up a Tuntun Mausi's voice. I wanted to give it a desi voice, but to do that, we need to pay some money, which I don't have. So I have used the default female voice, which we get in the package, and it gives us a fine
Tuntun Mausi is my name.
fine female voice. It's not desi, but it gets the job done. So using this function, we are able to make the voice assistant speak to us. We'll come back to the command method in a bit. Let's look at the actual code. So this is the actual code. So we have our first line, speak, using speak function, which is saying Tuntun Mausi is my name. So whenever our assistant wakes up, it gives us with a Tuntun Mausi is my name. So it's just like the button which we use on our phone for waking up our voice assistant. We are using a variable R, which basically initializes the speech recognition method, which basically is used for obtaining audio from the microphone. So this lines basically pick up our audio from the source, that is our microphone, and uses audio variable. So before this, we also have a method called adjust for ambient noise, which basically adjusts our background noise. I have kept it in the comments line, but you can use it if you want to. We don't really need this for our two words recognizer, like the wake up word Tuntun Mausi, but we'll need it for our future, that is for our commands. So I have commented it. So we have an audio variable which listens to our voice and waits for like 2 seconds for the speech to start, and then records the next 5 seconds. Whatever is recorded in the 5 seconds is stored in the audio variable and the audio variable, with the help of recognize Google method, is converted into a list or a tuple. This is basically useful because if you have set the wake up word Tuntun Mausi in the audio, then we can use a condition statement to see if the user has set the wake up word Tuntun Mausi, and if he has said it, we have 2 lines of code which gets executed, which says Haji and Tuntun Mausi is ready to help you. After this, you can give your command like open Google, open Facebook, or anything. It is basically done with the same thing which we have done here. It picks up audio from the microphone and converts that audio to a variable, and that variable is using recognize Google to convert that into a list or a tuple, and the tuple and lists of words are then sent to a method or function called process command. That process command basically processes our commands. So I did not really wanted the assistant just to be useful for commands like open Google or Facebook. It should also be interactive. So I have given few lines of code which basically helps us in interacting, having a casual conversation like hi, how are you, what are you doing, where are you, thank you, what are you, and stuff like that. So based on the command, it replies you with the according message which I have given in the speak method. So coming to the actual commands like open Google, open YouTube, that is done by web browser module, which basically opens the thing what you're asking in the command. And I also used date time to give us the date and the time. So when you ask what's the time and what's the date, it gives you a appropriate result. We have the pyjokes here, and basically these are all the things. And if you want to add your own, like let's say you wanted to add a new function, you can just you wanted to add a new command, then you can just write a one more if else case which explains what you're doing and do it. We have exit function, so after you are done you can just say exit or quit, so the voice assistant closes there. So let's say you don't like the name Tuntun Mausi, then you can change the voice assistant name here. And if you want to give it SpongeBob, Jarvis, or whatever you want, this is the thing you wanted to change. Let's look at the GitHub repository of this. Also, like there are a lot of changes which we can make and a lot of future scopes. If you are interested, you can fork it and send me the request. I look into it, and if it's good, we add it to the main branch. If you could not understand what I was telling in the video, then I'll highly recommend to get the readme file. It explains every single thing, what the assistant is using, what it is supposed to do, what it's doing, how it's doing, and stuff. And also the future scopes are adding a custom wake up word engine. So right now we are using the Google SST. This is basically a bit slow, I'll say, or sometimes you have to repeat what you're saying so that the voice assistant can understand what you're saying. Sometimes it's a headache, I'll say. So we can, in the future, we can make a custom engine which uses for waking up words. We can add a weather update, music playback, reminder, and all these things. So these are the future scopes of the project. Hope you like the project, and if you're interested in adding features of your own, then please do it. You can clone the project yourself and fork it. Hopefully you understood the code, and if you want a better understanding, you can use the GitHub link in the description and understand the project properly. And it was a very fun project to build. Hopefully you all liked it. And if you want to add features or add your own changes or make your own assistant, then do so. You can do by cloning it or making it from the scratch. It's a pretty fun project which I got to build. Hopefully you all enjoyed. See you all in the next one. Till then, peace.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely